If you're just joining us on Kababayan Today, ako po si G Tongi at kasama natin si Jose Antonio Vargas, who personally is my modern-day hero.
Oh.
Many disagree with me, but the point here is clear. He's telling not just our story as Filipinos who are undocumented in this country. He's creating work that is sparking much-needed debate and discussion. Pag-usapan natin, Jose, ang mga trabahong ginawa mo. I've never told anyone this.
Yes.
But when I was a young girl coming back and forth to the from the Philippines to America, I was undocumented.
What?
Pasabog, di ba? Kasi dati maluwag pa.
Yeah, it was before 9/11.
Yeah, you could come here, overstay, babalik ka sa Pilipinas, tapos babalik ka dito.
Sinong mag-aano? No one really checks that. You just go in and out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it's because of you that I can say that. And not just me, a lot of people. You know, your film Documented really struck a chord with me because when I watched it, yung storya mo. Okay, for those people that don't know this story, Documented, bakit mo ginawa itong pelikulang to? And that's your resident alien card. Tunay ba yan?
That's the fake. That's the fake one that my lolo got me. Magkano
yan? Binili yan?
It was $4,200 in total to get all the fake papers. Pero isipin mo naman my grandfather was a security guard. I don't think he made more than $9 his whole life. So for somebody to make $9 to save $4,200 was a lot of money. So that's why. So
needless to say, they wanted you to succeed here, but not too much.
Not too much.
Right?
Parang, you know, you have to like
under the radar
under the table lang, di ba? Yung actually my lolo, he thought I was gonna work at the flea market in San Jose where his brother and my other grandmother was working. So he thought that would be a job. And then I would just work there and then maybe marry a woman and then get papers, marry an American woman. That's when I told him that, Lolo, I'm bakla, this is not going to work out.
But Jose, now because of all that's happening, you have that option. If you would like to get married.
Actually, it's not. Because this is the problem. This is why 27 lawyers told me when I outed myself in the New York Times as undocumented, they all said you cannot put on paper that you've committed all the fraud and that you've committed all these felonies by checking all. You know when you get an employment form and you check a box and you say you're a citizen?
Yes.
That's a felony each time I do that.
Well, we do that all the time as Filipinos. We check that box.
But because of my situation, the fact that I've admitted to all of this myself, to all that fraud and all the felony, it disqualifies me from any sort of relief.
Okay, but the question is, nandito ka.
Exactly.
Okay, why are you untouchable?
I have no idea.
Sino kakilala mo?
I think the White House.
Pinoy na Pinoy, di ba?
I think the White House just never really knew. You know, look, like I'm incredibly privileged to be doing what I'm doing, right? The Obama administration has deported more than 2 million people in the past, 6-7 years, including Filipino immigrants. Pero ako, they haven't done anything. I got arrested.
Does it keep you up late at night at all?
You know what keeps me up late at night is the responsibility of it. Like, how do I earn it? Meaning, am I doing enough to really insist on conversations that need to happen? Let me give you an example. So I go to Iowa Saturday. I'll be there for 4 days. We'll be filming, talking to Iowans about immigration. All the questions that you always wanted to ask a quote unquote illegal person, I'll be right there with a banner saying, ask an illegal, ask me your questions.
So they could arrest you anytime.
They can arrest me actually
and send you back anytime.
Anytime. But you know, that's the risk that I decided to take almost 5 years ago now. So
okay, so for the record, you can state that you don't have like a private bill going on.
Actually, so that was one of the things that I had to really figure out in the beginning, right? Like, one of my lawyers was, why don't we approach one of the senators, Senator Boxer, Senator Feinstein here in California, and have them write a bill? But what message would that have sent? It would have said, oh, you know, save me, forget everybody else. Like, if I was going to do that, then I would have done it very quietly. I would have just self-deported, right? Like, so the decision was, if I'm going to do this, was I ready to do it for more than myself.
Okay.
So that was the question. And
Well, it's not just you. It's 11 million and counting.
But that's why I remember, you know, when the choice for Time Magazine, when they're like, you know, we want to put you on the cover. I don't think I would have felt so. It would not have felt right to have been the only person on the cover and say, I'm undocumented. It just would not have been right.
Front row and center, besides Cory Aquino, ikaw pa lang ang Filipino na nandyan sa Time Magazine.
Hey, but she had papers, so she's, you know, she's good to go. I'm in the cover of Time, but I have no papers. So it was important to get those 33 other people on that cover and say that, yeah, I'm the one that wrote it, but it's not just about me.
Exactly.
So that to me is like, how do I earn that, right? Like there's some people in the community who feel that I'm not doing enough. They feel that why don't you? Oh yeah, especially Latino immigrants who are like, you don't represent us, even though your name is Jose. I'm like, well, I'm not trying to represent you. I look Asian, like I'm fine, you know. But who feel that why aren't you tying yourself to a fence at the White House? Why aren't you picketing? Why don't you do some sit-in in senators' offices? Like they want me to do these kind of
so
more.
So kulang pa yung ginagawa mo. Okay, but gusto kong malaman, you did something recently, #white people. Bakit white people? Ba't hindi ibang kulay? #brown people.
Yes.
You know, black people. Aalamin natin yan pagbalik natin here on Kababayan Today with Jose Antonio Vargas.